Hello Aquarius, and welcome to your mid-month tarot advice video for the month of April. I'm going to do a little bit of a check-in and see what you need to know for the rest of the month, any energies, challenges or advice you might need to know. But as always, please take what resonates and leave the rest. But if anything does resonate, you have to let me know in the comments down below. Those are the rules. I don't make the rules, I just follow them, okay? We have the Queen of Pentacles coming through, we have the Tower, the Page of Wands and the King of Wands. You're going through a very big learning opportunity here. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Feels very chaotic, feels very like, oh my gosh, everything I was working towards, everything I've built has just kind of crumbled before my eyes. What the hell is going on? Really, this is the universe giving you an opportunity to show that you have learned, that you've grown, that you've changed, that you have matured, that you've gained confidence and drive, and I was going to say that you can handle the growth that you really want, the big dreams, I'm not even going to lie, it looks like there's an energy of advancement in work or to do with building finances, investments. If you're really wanting to grow that, you have to go through the growth, and the growth is scary and uncomfortable and it requires change and shake-ups. I feel like the universe is really testing you on that right now. The overall energy is the Ten of Pentacles and the Moon. It really is about getting clear on what you want and how to go about it. Honestly, not kidding yourself about things. I feel like the Moon's coming through as a way to be like, drop the illusions, drop the excuses. It's okay to not know everything and not have everything figured out, and you don't have to have the plan 100% of what you want, but it's about having some of an idea and starting to go for it. You're not going to know what it's going to look like until you start going for it, and plans change and ideas change, and that's fine, but it's about getting clear on what it is that you want and who it is you want to be, and being honest with yourself and those around you. This also could be coming through because there could be some illusions or trickery going on in the family life. We will be clarifying further, and that will only be for some of you Aquariuses out there. 222 on the timer. We have for your main challenge, we have the Six of Swords and the Ten of Cups. So I do feel like this is about showing again that you are maturing and that you're growing, and that when you walk away and you say you're going to walk away, that you stay away almost. I think that's very much the energy coming through. If you're wanting this growth in your connections and your emotions and how you think and how you feel, if you want maturity and, like I said, growth and opportunities, you have to almost prove to the universe, like, I can stick to my word, I say what I want and then I go after it and I get it. If you can't stick to your word, why would the universe be, gifting you the things that you want, that you say that you'll look after and that you've changed for, and that, the things that we want aren't always able to align with our current state of energy and our lifestyle and our habits. So things do have to kind of crumble and shake up and change in order to make this room. But it's also about sticking to it. You can't just say, I want this, and then you never go out and do anything to get it. It's never going to come to you. You have to work with the universe when it comes to manifestations and growth and change. You have to stick with it, and you're going to fail and you're going to have to start again. But that is the journey of life, unfortunately. Here your advice is the Page of Swords and the Queen of Cups. So it is really, you are learning your big lessons here. You are having growth and maturity and change. The Page of Swords is almost like you have to go back to being the student. You don't know everything, you've not got it all figured out, but the best place to start is how you think and how you feel. When you put yourself in situations, when you want to change, when you want to grow, when you want more, you have to put yourself in those situations and say, how did I think about that? How did I feel about that? What did I learn from that? I think that is the advice that's coming through. You're not reflecting on your past situations and being like, okay, what did I learn from that situation? When that person was mean to me, what did I learn from that? When there was drama with that person, what did I learn from that? When that opportunity fell through, what did I learn from that? How did it make me feel? What did that change about how I go about things in the future? You have, for your outcome, we have the Hermit. So it is about reflection, introspection, walking away from the chaos, the noise, other people, so that you can have a bit of calm and peace amongst the chaos. You also have the Two of Wands, so it is about making those plans that assist in your growth. Like I said, if you say you're going to walk away from these negative situations that aren't helping you, that aren't healing you, then it's about proving that and coming up with a plan of, when I feel like I want to go back, what do I do? On the bottom of the deck here, we have the Hierophant. So learning, again, maybe you do have an opportunity here to be a mentor to someone, but are you really the best mentor if you can't show that you slip up and you can still get back up and try again? I think that's, again, something you're learning here. We have the Star when I split the deck there. And we also had the King of Wands. So your energy is maturing and it is about having confidence. I was going to say fake it till you make it. That's where you'll find some healing. Let's start clarifying. What is this Tower energy for Aquarius? What is this shake up? What does this look like for our lovely Aquarius? What is this Tower energy? The Empress, the Fool. It is because you keep saying you want change. You keep saying you want new beginnings. You keep saying you want healing, but you're not assisting in it. And the universe is forcing it upon you. The universe is saying, hey, you're going to start growing and changing, and I'm going to start forcing your hand because you're sitting there begging for new opportunities. I don't want to be doing the same old all the time. And yeah, here we are. And I as an Aquarius, am also guilty of that. But I was going to say, you can't just sit there and beg the universe. You have to, like I said, assist, grow, change. King of Cups. It is about being very stern with yourself and your emotions. And I was going to say taking no shit is very much that energy that's coming through. Because you're just going to keep facing Tower energies until you build a strong foundation, until you have a strong start. And until then, again, your towers will keep crumbling and things will keep falling through. So if you're not clear on, who you want as friends, or the career you want, or the opportunities you want, if you're not clear on that, if you don't have a strong foundation for them to sit on top, things like that will just keep crumbling and slipping away from you time after time. The overall energy is the Ten of Pentacles, and I think that is leaning back into what I was just saying. But if we can clarify that, please, Spirit. What is this Ten of Pentacles for Aquarius? Ace of Pentacles, the Eight of Cups. Again, if you're wanting new opportunities, you have to walk away from things that are no longer opportunities, that are no longer serving you, that are taking away from where there could be growth. It's like you want to start a new hobby, and you don't have time for it. And when you get offered, maybe reduced hours at work to take on this hobby, you don't take it. Or when you get, an hour to sit and maybe read the book that you've been dying to read, you sit and scroll instead. We're all guilty of it, but it's about recognizing what you want for growth and how to get it, and stop kidding yourself about it. What is this Moon for? Ooh. Queen of Swords, sticking to your word, and the Two of Pentacles reversed. It's not that you don't have time, it's that you don't want to use your time wisely and use it for change and use it for growth and use it for strengthening opportunities. Stop kidding yourself about this. You already know it. It's about sticking to your word, saying what you mean, and keeping your word to yourself is very important for you for the rest of the month here, Aquarius. Six of Swords is your main challenge. So it is, again, about, there is a lot of energy of walking away, leaving behind things that aren't serving you. And like I said, it can be as simple as the little habits of, maybe too much screen time, or maybe not getting out enough. Maybe it is about the people around us that are not serving us, not lifting us up. But there is this energy, like I said, you are walking away from these things. So what is the Six of Swords? Please clarify. You have the choice here for... Is there growth? Is there change here? You're sitting in the storm, and you're not in touch with your emotions about it. So that's why you're struggling to make this decision, because you're not even clear on your emotions and how you feel about things, because you've not reflected on why things went wrong in the past and why you need to get out of this storm now. Because there's a storm going on for you right now, Aquarius, and you're sitting in the boat, not going anywhere, because you're not sure how you feel about things, because you kind of like being in the storm, if we're honest. You kind of like the chaos of it. So you don't want to move. You don't want to make change because you're, again, unsure about how you think and feel about things. Ten of Cups, Judgment. You've got to make those tough decisions, those tough calls. Like I said, are you sitting in the storm because you like sitting in the storm, or are you sitting in the storm because you can't be bothered to keep moving? That's the decisions you have to make. Like, is it really the universe and your opportunities holding you back, or is it you believing that? That is what we have to have a discussion about. I say we, that's what you have to have a discussion about with yourself here, Aquarius. And I say we because I am an Aquarius and I do need to be having this talk with myself. I'm not gonna lie, okay? We have the Page of Swords as your advice. Then you don't know everything. It's about, be a sponge, okay? Keep sucking up all that little information that you can get. That is where we'll have change and we'll have growth. And you know, you're gonna learn some stuff that's probably BS and isn't very helpful. But then at least you know it. And you know that, hey, that doesn't work. That's not the answer. And again, the wheel is always changing. You will be on the top and you will be on the bottom. But when you use it as an opportunity to like, okay, this is a bad situation I'm in. I'm uncomfortable. This is not great. This is bad luck. But what can I learn? So if this happens again, how can it be different? How can I maybe not get in this situation next time? How can I make it easier for myself if I'm in this situation next time? You got to learn. You got to learn. We also have the Six of Cups. Again, you're going to keep facing the same problems time after time if we're not changing and pivoting and learning and growing. And that is just the way of life, my friends. The Queen of Cups. What is this for Aquarius? We have the High Priestess. I feel like, again, you're probably watching this like, I know all of this. Okay, if you know all of that, then why do I have to sit here and tell you? Why aren't you applying it? This is what the cards are saying, okay? This is what the cards are saying. You know that maybe you're letting your emotions control you, or you're not listening to, not even dealing with them, closing them down, you know, shutting them off. That is not helping. And I feel like you know this, you need to have this time for reflection and understanding why things went wrong, because it's not just things happening to you, Aquarius, like I said. The Hermit, let's see why this is your outcome. Please, why is this the outcome for... Whoop. Justice, Seven of Swords. This was coming out for Capricorn's reading, so I wonder if there is some crossover or similar energies. Maybe you're dealing with a Capricorn here. But you need to take a step back from this Seven of Swords energy that is, I was going to say spiteful. I don't usually use that word for Seven of Swords, but it does feel like a spiteful energy, a nasty energy. Maybe someone lying, backstabbing, scheming, presenting themselves as they're not. It's not your job to give them karma, it's not your job to make sure things are fair and just and right. If you have to walk away from situations, like I said, it's not your job to put people in their place. You just need to be focusing on yourself and I feel like reflecting on past situations of, should I said that in that situation? Should I have done, you know? You have to reflect on these situations so when similar situations happen again, because they will, there are cycles of life and things will always be repeating, you know how to deal with them better. I think, again, that's what the Two of Wands is here about. We have growth from having plans and the plans going wrong, so we make another plan, and then the plan goes wrong, so we learn to pivot and change, and eventually the plans get better and they get easier. We have the Two of Cups and one more card, Ten of Swords. Oh, I just dropped my pen. In the interest of connections, take a step back. Take a step back, take a rest, let things be over, let the dust settle, and try to rebuild in different ways is very much the energy here. But that will only be for some of you Aquariuses. But I believe that is everything. This reading is very much all about getting clear on how you think about things, how you feel about things, and coming up with strategies for moving forward. Be a little knowledge sponge, suck it all up, Aquarius, learn everything you can. With that being said, I hope you did enjoy. I have private video readings. Those are available in the description as always. Like, subscribe, do all those YouTube things. And if you've watched this far, I truly appreciate you.